response to the concerns and protests over the recent Lagos Land Use Charge 2018 Amendment Law, the House of Assembly hosted a one-day public hearing with stakeholders and the general public to get their memorandum, inputs, and submissions ahead of its planned review of the law to reflect the interests of Lagosians. Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, in his remarks, believed the dialogue was an opportunity for the legislator to partner with the populace to move the state forward through progressive laws.
We have to look inward and do what we can do to make sure we move Lagos forward. We can't do it alone without you people. Fine, what we have presented might be, outrageous, exorbitant, but let us come home and think what will be acceptable. But not to the detriment of our children, who are the future. We must talk about them, we must think about them. We are ready to listen to you. We will give you the opportunity to say what you believe and what you want, but also consider that there's need for us to move Lagos forward.
Various groups, professional bodies, and individuals shared their views on the 2018 Lagos Land Use Charge Amendment, giving their recommendations.
Our humble request is this. I may say this, with your kind permission. If we may be permitted to cancel, we request the adjournment of the public hearing for no less than 2 weeks hence. That is the period between the 10th to 15th April 2018 to allow stakeholders adequacy of quantitative and comparative study of the proposed amendment, as well as qualitative and comprehensive submissions via their memoranda. Pressing forward tomorrow, that is today, as scheduled, appears in our respective view, characterized on due haste and needless hurry, and which will be counterproductive in the end. Our humble request is that it should be appreciated from the wisdom of the dictum. What is worth doing at all is worth doing well.
What we are saying now concerning the land use charge, I want to inform the House that about, if not over 40% of the houses in the Apapa GRA are vacant. They are unoccupied. The houses that are put up for sale up to 10 years, nobody will buy. Nobody will buy. I have come to Lagos State. I have brought some directors to Apapa, and they tell me that if you give me a house here for free, I will not leave. Now, we are receiving exorbitant rates, the new land use charge, no problem. Now, what we are saying is this. If Apapa is not motorable, the traffic situation cannot even make you come to Apapa. The property, for example, if it's valued in 2002 at 200 million naira. Now, if you want to give it for 60 million naira, nobody will buy. If you want to give for 50 million naira, nobody will buy. The security challenge in Apapa is something else. Apapa is where all the bikes, majority of the bikes in Lagos State, that's their home. In Apapa. Apapa is practically abandoned. That's why I say it is not a federal government territory, just in case we are forgotten. It is a local government in Lagos State. Please, what I say here, in terms of the land use charge, kindly revert to the status quo concerning Apapa, because we are not getting value for property as it is now.
On the law, Mr. Speaker, the section that tends to look at pensioner as somebody from a pensionable office. Pensionable office is subject to several interpretation, as some people that are retired now never did pension those days. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, if we look at the extant law, even though this wasn't listed there, we're referring you to the conditions for appeal. In the version of which I have, it says that 50% of the amount assessed should be deposited as a condition for appeal. We wish to say there are various versions. We wish to state that that term should be deleted so that it does not frustrate the process. I'm challenging something, so why did I do that? Number two, if we look at the appeal process, there have been a couple of issues as per in terms of regulations or jurisdiction. Lagos State, High Court, Federal, High Court, and all of those things. Sometimes, for the lawyers among us, they will agree with me that it is the subject matter that confers jurisdiction on the court. And I think that should be looked into.
Now, The cross of this law is the constitutional provision which is given to local government. Is the power of the local government to collect tenement rate, which is the bedrock of this law. The question is whether the state government and local government can come in agreement to circumvent the provision of the constitution, which is never possible. Number two, I want us to know that as it is, if anybody is aggrieved and approach the court of law, the law is gone, because the calamity that is on this land use charge we are talking about is so many. We are not talking of somebody that was paying 150,000 naira, who will now be paying 4 million naira. That is not my business. But my business is the legality of the law. Now, I want to submit that let us return this law to local government, which the Constitution has empowered to do. And number three. Now, the grant rent is part of this law. Now, grant rent is meant for those who got land from state government, but now it's now spread over. We that got our land from Omonile, the landowners, we are now paying grant rent. So the law ordinarily ought to be decomposed.
We get further perspectives on the developments around the Lagos land use charge.
This forum that was called for should have been called for many, many months before that first bill was passed. Nobody seemed to know anything about it. It came as a rude shock. Many of us who are actually stakeholders in this state, I'm proud to be an indigenous of the state, and I don't wait for government before I pay my taxes, because I've been in government before and I know what it takes. But when you come with a review so draconian, it defied any reasonable consideration. And what I came here to actually tell government was that, look, you don't want to breed a citizenry of lawbreakers. Lagos State is one of the icons in this country. Other states are looking forward to it, to emulate. So we don't want to abuse the cooperation of people. We don't want to take them for granted. And in as much as they appreciate the workings of government, they also have limitations. So this law that was just brought out from the blues turned many people into defiant citizens. Yes, government is looking for money, revenue, to prosecute projects. So if you are reaching the limit of your revenue drive, your income is reducing, what you should do next is to reduce cost. If your income stream is drying up and you cannot expand, and you want to continue the same pace you are going, then you reduce the cost. People are complaining and nobody has been doing anything about it, even in this federal government, that the cost of government is too high. Let us start by cutting down the cost of governance. Our House of Representatives, people who are here, they are all beneficiaries of this. They are all being paid from this tax that they are paying from people. This thing is drying up. So they must be forward-thinking and proactive. Let them, on their own, suggest reduction in their remuneration, so that there will be more money for government to prosecute their project.
The land use charge is unconstitutional. If you check the Nigerian Constitution, there's nothing like land use charge. It's only tenement rates. So first and foremost, the land use charge is what? Is illegal. So we NCP want total cancellation of that law. The NCP want total cancellation of the land use charge law.
Our position is very clear. We represent the Lekki Estate Resident and Stakeholders Association, the estate that covers from 1004 all through to Ekpe. We have been paying smoothly and nobody forces us to pay. Even with the fact that we know that we are the people in Lagos that are totally neglected. I will give you an example. Since 2011, we have been paying toll on that road, and the road has not been completed more than 25 kilometers since 2011. That means that Lagos State has been constructing the same road less than 25 kilometers for over 12 years. Now, when you see the current review they have done, you will see that they want us to pay 10 times what we used to pay before.
That's for true.
And if you check it again, even if you want to do regularization or obtaining paper for Lagos State land, any land from that our assets is 10 times the values that they collect in other places. So the question we have come to ask is, what is happening? Are we part of Lagos or we are not part of Lagos?
We are not just here to make law. We are here to support those who voted for us. And I said it is our habitual character. Whenever we want to do something of such, we call for people, we need their input. We have outside there, we are here as honorable member not because we are the best. We have those who are best over there, who are intelligent, who are educated too. We need their input, we need their support. But after this, we will now put everything together, look at the merits and the merits of it, and put it into proper position.
But as it is now, what is the line of action next?
The line of action, the existing law is still in force, but we cannot make use of it now because we give 2 weeks. So I will submit my report, the House will debate on it, and we take the best. Automatically, we are in democracy. It is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is a must, because the majority of people requested for two weeks. That's a must. We are going to do that for them.
People are saying, why did this session?
Yeah, there's a due process. The bill is an executive bill. It's not a private bill or a bill emanated from the House. So when you are sponsoring a bill from the executive part, there's nothing we can do. So it's not our bill, it's the executive bill. The only thing to do is to look at it and look at the advantage and disadvantage that will be benefit to the masses. And we put that together. So and there's no way, we served about a few months ago. You know, this is not the first public hearing. I think you know that. The last public hearing, we put into consideration law mentioned points. So if there is a contest, there is protest in the state, it is our duty to respond to the yearning of our people. Hence, that is why we are here now to look at the merits and the merits of the existing bill and correct it.
What assurance are you giving to the people now, sir?
That was.
On the land use charge. What assurance?
And the sections of the law.
What assurance are you asking about? What assurance?
The sections that have been addressed.
Yes, that is why we are here, with intent to look at those sections and make amendments where necessary. They have made their own contributions. We have listened, we have heard them, and we are going to look into it. We have a committee that will work on it. Definitely, we'll get back to the public on what we arrive on.
Is it possible to reverse to the whole order?
Well, I wouldn't know, but that is not foreseeable.
With the House Committee saddled with the responsibility of adopting all the recommendations, it is expected that it will come out with an accommodating land use charge law that is people-oriented and not elitist.